Once upon a time, Vedia and Azura had a deep-seated and long-standing disagreement or conflict that had been ongoing for a significant amount of time. The long-standing feud between Vedia and Azura over territorial boundaries and access to resources finally reached to a boiling point. Mobilization of Veridia's army forces under the command of General Oriod as they moved towards the border with Azura. Mobilization of Azura military forces under the command of General Astrid as they get ready to protect their nation. The intense and violent confrontation between Vedia's army led by General Orion and Azura's army led by General Astrid. Vedia's army launched a valiant attack showing courage and determination. Despite their bravery, they were unable to break through Azura's defenses. General Astrid, the leader of Azura's army, took a bold and decisive action. She led a targeted attack, likely a counterattack that caught Vedia's army off guard. General Orion, the leader of Vedia's army, reassessed the situation and reorganized his forces. Vedia's army launched a fresh attack aimed at regaining the initiative and turning the tide of the battle. The conflict continued with intense ferocity, unabated and unrelenting. Both Vedia's and Azura army refused to yield despite heavy losses and execution. Vedia's army had finally gained the upper hand and were making progress on the battlefield. Azura archers unleashed a massive and intense volley of arrows, creating a deadly hail of projectiles. General Orion, leader of Vedia's army, recognized the futility of continued fighting and sought to end the bloodshed. The battle dragged on with neither side able to gain a decisive as the sun set and darkness fell. The fighting slowed and eventually ceased. After a period of setbacks and heavy losses, Vedia's army has stabilized and is regrouping. Azura army is also regrouping and reassessing their strategy, mirroring Vedia's action. The conflict between Vedia and Azura has become a stalemate, with both sides dug in and unable to achieve a breakthrough. The war has taken a devastating toll on both Vedia and Azura, with widespread destruction, heavy casualties, and economic hardship. Representatives from Vedia and Azura, likely high-ranking officials or diplomats, have begun clandestine negotiations. The secret diplomatic efforts have borne fruit, and Vedia and Azura have agreed on the terms of a peace treaty. The formal agreement negotiating by the diplomats has been officially signed by the leaders of Vedia and Azura. Both nations have embarked on a journey of recovery, reconciliation, and reconciliation. The two high-ranking military leaders who were likely played key roles in the war are now working together to ensure a smooth implementation of the peace agreement. General Orion and General Astrid had committed to a collaborative approach to maintain the hard-won peace. Vedia and Azura have established a new relationship based on mutual understanding. The citizens of Vedia and Azura are finally able to live without the constant threat of violence and conflict. The two nations have transformed their relationship from former enemies to close allies. Vedia and Azura had formed a united front to defend their territories and interests. The two former adversaries have developed a strong and genuine bond transcending their past differences. The war had become a faint recollection, a relic of a faithful past. Both nations have come to realize that peace is the ultimate triumph, surpassing any military conquest or strategic gain. Vedia and Azura are rejoicing in their newfound peace and friendship, and with great Festivals and feasts are being held in both nations, filled with music, dance, food, and drinks. The citizens of Viridia and Azura are overjoyed and relieved that the war has ended and peace has been established. The two nations are experiencing a long term period of peace and prosperity with their friendship deepening over time. The painful memories of the war have faded no longer, dominating the consciousness of Viridia and Azura citizens. The two former adversaries, now close friends and gazing out upon the thriving lands of Viridias and Azura. They are filled with pride and satisfaction. General Orion and General Astrid have come to realize that their personal bond is a critical element in maintaining the peace between Viridia and Azura countries.